Hey viewers, welcome to another game as the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a Malphite game, as you can see in the bottom left, because yeah, we don't have spectator mode on. So it has been bugging once again for people, and yeah, that kind of sucks. Because I like spectator mode replays a lot better than the normal replays. Because, well, I just get a lot more information from that. Anyhow, we are chasing after these two guys who are apparently trying to get an invade going, but yeah, that was not really going to happen at any point. So someone actually plopped down a ward now, which is fine. I mean, yeah, early wards, they don't really influence the game that much, in that the vision is not very, well, very good. So it's not going to see a whole lot, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's 75 gold. We'll get over it, I guess. Anyhow, we are starting off here with the crystalline flask and health potions. Well, just a one health potion apparently. And yeah, that should keep us alive for at least the foreseeable future. Especially with Malphite. Malphite gets a lot of, well, shield. And if you can use that shield properly, then you can actually prevent a lot of damage with it. And as you can see, we are up against Rumble, and Rumble takes a lot of damage from just the normal harassment, but Rumble can also do a lot of damage for the simple fact that, well, he's kind of just, yeah, spamming his spells all day long. And that is, of course, something really hard to go up against if you're trying to combat that. But yeah, the early flamethrower does a lot of damage compared to other early game skills, and especially because he has no mana pool, he can have it on pretty much any, well, every time it's up, and he can, well, have about 50% of the time have that flamethrower active, and that is of course something, as I said, that is really hard to go up against. But yeah, for now, we're not taking any damage because the shield that we get after 8 seconds? 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, Garen is 8 seconds. Yeah, the shield you get is pretty useful. And obviously if you enhance that with some magic resist or armor, in this case magic resist of course because it's Rumble, you can actually farm pretty well even though you are, well, not very ranged at all. Well, you do have the Q that's ranged, I guess. But anyhow, we are continuing on here, just doing some damage, and as you can see, Rumble is starting to get pretty low. So if we now go for the ground slam here, then we can probably burst him down the next time he comes in and takes some random damage. Like right now, come on, not enough damage. Oh, it might work. Yes, it does work. Very nicely done. The flash and the ignite used, of course, but that was well worth it because getting some free farm in the top lane and, well, making your opponent lose all of this is excellent. He needs to push the lane now very quickly, by the way, because all of these need to suicide into the enemy turret before Rumble is back, and that is not going to work if you just last hit, and he's going to pay the price for that because now, yeah, first of all, he has no time to recall anymore before Rumble is back. But also, Rumble is going to return before these minions are, well, dissipated by the turret. And I guess Rumble is taking his sweet time to get back. Yeah, there he is. So, yeah, he's still going to pick up all of these ranged minions. And that was exactly what I meant. If you just push by just auto-attacking all the minions, you get to recall before he actually comes back. Well, you can actually come back before your minions start dying, like they are now. And yeah, you can actually get a whole lot more done. But yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Top lane is a very specific play style. You really have to, well, learn to play it, I guess. It is, yeah, it's kind of different from other lanes because, well, every lane is different, I guess. Especially jungle. No, mid lane is more about not getting poked, because if you don't get poked then they can't burst you most of the time. And poke the enemy, of course, that is also your kind of way to play. Bottom lane is more about sustain, and the top lane is more about getting that that early lead. So getting either a minion lead or well, a kill should result in you snowballing out of control, because all of these top lane champions, unless they get help from the jungler, they're just about equal. So they can all work against each other. Of course, you have some champions that cannot work against certain other champions, but yeah, that's the way it goes. But yeah, you can see here that Malphite and Rumble, they both have poke. But the poke from Malphite is a little bit stronger, and plus, because he has that early lead, he actually has the Negatron cloak now, which is basically, well, it's not entirely free because it's a little bit more expensive than the kill. But about half of that was because of that kill, and well, he got a few extra minions and blah blah blah. So let's say half of that is because of the kill. That means you're going to be up quite a bit on someone who only has Amplifying Tome and Cloth Armor and no health potions. So yeah, that is exactly how top lane is played. Top lane is played very aggressively in the early game and then snowballing into the later stages. So obviously we're going to max Seismic Shard first here, and then Brutal Strikes is going to be our second one, and obviously, yeah, the Unstoppable Force, the ultimate, is going to be leveled up whenever it's available, because that's what you do with ultimates. You have to have a very crappy ultimate to not have that. But yeah, there are some ultimates in the game that people don't like to level up, at least not to level 3 straight away. They like to, or level 2 I should say, they like to just go for other skills first and then get the second level in the ultimate later. There are some champions that I would even not recommend the ultimate on early game, like Heimerdinger. I personally would prefer a level in the the rockets much more than a level in the ultimate. And yes, I have played a lot of Heimerdinger, for those of you who don't know. So we are taking a little bit of damage here, quite a bit of damage actually, but we're still okay. We're still okay. Yeah, we do have health potions, as well as, of course, the Crystalline Flask. And this should be another kill. Oh, he is getting ganked though. Yeah, he didn't have mana for his ultimate. That was very unfortunate. We could see the Jarvan coming in. It's a 1-for-1, but it's an assisted kill for the enemy team versus an unassisted kill for, well, for us. It is, of course, true that well, the Malphite picked up this kill, and this might actually be a 2-for-1 now. Yeah, the Malphite picked up the kill, whereas the Rumble did not pick up the kill, only an assist. So, and how did Vi not finish that kill? Well, I guess the Jarvan is pretty good at getting out of situations. But yeah, it's once again the little bit of extra gold for Malphite. And of course, the last time it was 300, this time it's about 150 that he gets extra. And all in all, that is that's pretty good. It's a pretty decent amount of gold that he gets extra. And he does have his ultimate up now. He has full mana. And he did buy a few mana potions. Yeah, if he had his mana up last time, he would have been able to get out of there with his ultimate and would have been safe. So yeah, I can definitely see why he would go for mana potions now. He needs to use them though. I mean, mana potions should be used as soon as you can use the 200 extra mana, and that is right now. I mean, he has 300 and something, that now 400 that he is lacking, so he needs to use that as soon as possible. Obviously, you can also use the Crystalline Flask for that, but well, the mana potions, they just heal you better. They get your mana up much quicker, and getting your mana up is really what it's all about right here. I think he's going to get ganked once again. No, just a random ultimate then. That is that's not good enough. And look, he is out of mana for his ultimate once again. Could have finished this off if he had enough mana, but yeah, that's not going to work this time. The jungler is nowhere near us, by the way. Just keep that in mind. So he is on his own and really still not using those mana potions. Now finally using it. But yeah, as you can see, it's healing up much, much better than that crystalline flask. So even though the crystalline flask is free after you buy it, so every stack is free, it is sometimes still better to just, well, use the mana potions. And now, of course, the rumble is gone, so now he can't do anything about that anymore. But I think he could have landed a kill here. Not actually sure about that. I'm not sure how much damage it actually takes to kill Rumble at this point. But Rumble is going for... Wow, okay. Seeker's Arm Guard. Cool, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you go for at this point. In the late game, of course, it does matter. But at this point, it's just all about lane dominance. And Rumble kind of gave that up a long time ago. 0, 2 and 1 with 40 minions versus 2 and 1 with 43 minions. So minion wise they're quite equal, and we are going to get out of here with the ultimate. Come on, do it! There you go. And even if he gets ulted by Jarvan, he still has his flash available. So yeah, he needs some help now, but how did that not hit? Okay, flash, yes, he does get out of here. You can steal the, with the Q, steal the movement speed as well. Still has no boots, of course. But yeah, he went for the early magic resist, and now the Abyssal Scepter, which was kind of obvious from the fact that he had a blasting one. But yeah, going for a build without boots early on, which may work out, and well, on the other hand, it is quite risky. A lot of people, of course, go for boots, well, as their second item, kind of buy first buy like your opening items, and then maybe a small item, and then after that you go for an item. So you go for yeah, the boots or something else that provides you with the ability to actually get out or into a fight. And normally those are boots. So you have several other items that can do that, of course, but most champions still prefer the boots as a second item. You can see it here, second item, first item, but yeah, that's Sivir, so that's an AD carry. They are very squishy, plus if they position themselves well, they can get a whole lot more done minion-wise, killing minion-wise. And yeah, I don't want to miss this fight, so I can't actually do anything about, well, seeing the rest. I actually wanted to see the rest, so stop fighting already. He does have an ultimate up, but is not going to use it. Nope. Could have still gotten out with that ultimate, but needed to use it a lot earlier than this. So no boots, no boots. Boots as, yeah, after the BF sword it seems. And then here, boots at level 1. And yeah, boots as a second item. And there you can see that most people still do that. So most people still go for that, yeah, well, at least kind of a build with boots in the early part. But Malphite, not so much at the moment. Malphite, of course, will have to go back to lane now, and now that he has been killed twice, he's actually at 2 and 2. The last kill went to Rumble, so Rumble is now actually ahead because, well, he's about 12 minions ahead. And the difference between a kill and an assist, which is the only difference they have currently, is about 10 minions, I would say. Somewhere between 8 and 10 minions. But let's say 10 minions. So the Rumble is a little bit ahead. Yeah, it's not a whole lot, obviously. It's about 40 gold from seeing from this, and maybe a little bit because he got yeah, he got a little bit extra gold from this tower and from this tower, and well, we only got one tower, so yeah, there's that. So we are going to fast forward a little bit to where it becomes interesting again. And yeah, we are chasing with the entire team, well, with 3 of our teammates. But yeah, it's Jarvan. Jarvan is very hard to pin down because of the the way he works. And top lane is getting pushed. Bottom lane is also, well, was getting pushed. So the enemy team in relatively firm control over what's happening in this game. And that should have been an ultimate, dude. You should have ulted. Because, yeah, then everyone can follow up. Obviously, the Orianna didn't have an ultimate. But, yeah, here we go. We're going in with an ultimate, but only hitting one, not hitting the Varus here. And the Varus is still going to die. We are going to save the, what's his face here? The Teemo. And we still have a flash available. And we're not going to make it out. Steal some, yeah, but too late. Oh, so close. Should have stolen that, that movement speed immediately as soon as it comes up. You need to steal that movement speed because it helps you run out for two reasons. First of all, well, you get extra movement speed, duh. And the second is it actually reduces the movement speed of your enemy. So they will have a harder time chasing you. And that way he wouldn't have taken that much damage and he might have had a good, well, a good shot at getting out of there. So anyhow, yeah, it's currently running around a little bit. We are 4 kills behind here. And we should be able to farm up a little bit better. Obviously that goes for the entire team, because the entire team is kind of not doing too hot. Sivir has a nice amount of farm, but Orianna missed quite a few already. Then again, Diana missed way more. And Varus is the one at the top of the food chain currently. With, well, 2 kills and 99 minions. That's pretty good. So we are going to group up with the team. Did we got the team? Yeah, we did get the dragon. So yeah, a little bit of damage from the Orianna, and there we go. Finally, the big attack is coming in, and a very nice ultimate it was. Rumble and Diana both die for 0, and we should be able to just walk out of this. Yeah, obviously we're not going to walk all the way out. We're going to walk out until we're safe enough, and then when the entire team commits, we can go back in and help them out. There's no reason to go further out than when you're out of range of the enemy champions, and then you can make the decision based on what the rest of your team is doing. So if the rest of your team is going in, you should go in as well, because you're Malphite, and as long as you're not on super low health, you should be okay. Yeah, the thing is that a lot of people can't really estimate whether they are at low health or not, or what the damage is that the enemies are going to do to you. But really you can take quite a bit of damage, because as Malphite you should build pretty tanky. We started off with Abyssal Scepter, giving you 45 magic resist, and then we already have a cloth armor for our boots. I'm assuming that's for the boots. And yeah, together that makes a pretty tanky composition already. Against both damage types, and that is that's awesome. So yeah, we are currently just hanging around in the mid with a lot of people. And hello, what are you doing there? Blitzcrank for some reason in our jungle, and that might actually cost him his life. Oh yeah, it should. Come on, yes, yes, come on, go, kill him. There we go. I don't know why Sivir couldn't chase that down. Well, the Orianna should have the speed buff. And yeah, with the speed buff, they should have been able to catch up pretty quickly. A triple kill here for Orianna. But she gets shot down. But we are still 2 versus 1. And wow, a full ace for 3. That is excellent. We're going to fast forward a little bit, obviously. Because now we're going to take out the turret and then fall back, because that is the way it's supposed to be played. Turret is down, the people are going to come back and warding it up. Nice, 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 nice. So Malphite just taking out a random jungle camp, which is excellent. It's just extra experience, extra gold. And we are in a little bit of trouble here. Very nice by Jarvan to just ignore the Malphite, because Malphite would not have gotten killed by him. But this kill they could actually make. And look at that, the ultimate from Rumble goes down, but they are going to catch one kill, and the flash is good enough to get out of there. It was getting kind of close to death. Yeah, enemy team still here. Obviously, Sivir did not expect that or something like that, because she ran in from a completely wrong angle. This is not how you come in, or this, or whatever. This is not how you come in for an AD carry. An AD carry always comes in behind the turret, unless you know that you're going to one-shot people. So if you're Varus, yeah, that may be a different story. But in general, it is very bad to come in from the side as an AD carry, because AD carries are very squishy and people like to focus them, obviously. If you can take down an AD carry for free, then yeah, obviously you're going to do that. So here we go with the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is, however, way too tanky to take down. And look at the information this ward provides. That is just excellent. Yeah, the ultimate from Orianna, that's her name. Ultimate from Orianna went down, did a lot of damage actually. And we are going to all get killed here. Oh, so close to getting a triple kill there with Varus. But, well, actually he gets killed himself and he lands 0 kills. Very nice, very nice, very nice. It's a 5 for 2 once again. Well, last time was 5 for 3, I guess. But this time, because they're all low, they're not going to risk taking out the turret, even though they could have, because the death timers were long enough. But yeah, it's safer to just go back. That is true. But, well, picking up something like a turret would have been excellent. And yeah, that's the difference between the high-level players and the low-level players. The high-level players tend to get more out of an ace like that. So an ace where 3 guys are still alive but very low. Yeah, you can't really do Baron or Dragon, but you can do a tower, because, well, as long as you have minions up, towers do not damage you. And they lost the Orianna here to just random crap. She did not fall back far enough. She was all alone and she got caught. And, well, that's not how you want to die, obviously. Teemo going to pick this up. Is Teemo building AD or AP? It is attack speed AP, which is a build that I still don't understand how people think that's going to work. Because it has no tankiness. And Teemo is going to get killed all the freaking time. And that is exactly what happened here, because Teemo does a lot of damage with it. I'm not saying that, I'm not disputing the fact that you can do very well with it. I'm disputing the fact that it's a good build. Because it's not. I mean, it doesn't allow you to build, well, very tanky, and that's what you need for Teemo in the early game. You need extra HP, you need magic resist or armor or something like that, to actually stay alive in a team fight. And it's better to do 100 damage per second and not die than to do 200 damage per second and die after 2 seconds. Because team fights are normally going on for 12-15 seconds. If you can stay alive for 15 seconds doing 100 damage per second, that is obviously way better than doing 200 damage for 2 seconds. And you're literally going to do 200 damage for 2 seconds in this scenario with the attack speed and AP. You can build AP on Teemo, that's fine. You can build AD on Teemo, that's even better, because that allows you to get lifesteal going and that allows you to do way more damage. And because you don't rely on your mushrooms to do damage, it's more reliable damage. But, well, the mushrooms are fun. I mean, be honest. Come on. Who doesn't like the mushrooms? Well, except if you play against him, I guess. So the AP is fun to play, but it's still viable. It's still reasonably viable. And, wow, they should really just steal this blue buff, but apparently not. Yeah, she needs to run out of there. Yeah, everyone is here now. So they could actually just run around the side and try to get someone. So kind of time to start the getting the bigger objectives. Well, Dragon is obviously a bigger objective, but we didn't get it this time, I believe. Not actually sure who got it this time. I think the enemies got it. Anyhow, the Baron, of course, can now be taken. Because, well, we're 30 minutes in. And even the slowest farmers should be able to get it now. Look at this. Sivir, 161 minions. Varus, 161. For the rest, yeah, nobody even close to that. And obviously, well, the AD carries have a little bit more... well, damage and can last hit easier and can, well, kill things easier. And wow, a very nice double ultimate there. Catching 3 guys, and yeah, a nice double kill for Orianna. Orianna should be able to do very well with that. Oh, Sivir, why did you run there? Oh, she is so low! But it doesn't matter. They're not going to focus her. And with some minions that are still there, they should be doing fine. So Sivir has no lifesteal yet. You can see that from the fact that she just attacked and did not just get big chunks of health back. And that is why you normally want to go lifesteal between the BF swords and the completion of your Infinity Edge. You normally want to go BF sword into Vampiric Scepter into Infinity Edge. And then, of course, you still have a naked Vampiric Scepter, but that's okay. I mean, Vampiric Scepter does a lot on its own. It's well worth the spots in your inventory. Plus, well, she doesn't have problems in her inventory yet anyway. But yeah, that 10% lifesteal is a huge deal in team fights and for harassment, and even in the lane. Just laning with the 10% lifesteal is a big deal. Can we actually get this Varus? Oh, nice attempt there. So yeah, he did get out, no problem. Everyone got out, and Teemo is still here. Teemo is doing the damages. Come on! Oh yes, he did get it. He flashed for no reason afterwards. Apparently not realizing that he already got the kill. Either that, or he flash killed him, in which case it was fine. But yeah, this is the problem with the problem. Yeah, it's a problem with the AP Teemo, that you rely on your mushrooms to do the damage, and if you, well, have opponents that don't run into the mushrooms, and there's really no skill to that, just avoid the brushes and you should be fine. So yeah, if you don't run into mushrooms, then Teemo does like 50% less damage on an AP build, and that, of course, yeah, it's fun to play, as I said, but it's not very viable in the, well, well, against better opponents. Are we going to get out of this? No! Wow, good eye there by Jarvan. Jarvan actually paying attention for once. And yeah, we should run out of this. We should really run out of this. So yeah, the Hurricane now, well, no, he's had that for quite a while. It does extra damage, of course, to well, things around your main target, and that makes jungling a whole lot easier, but also laning, well, cleaning up waves is a whole lot easier. And what, is he going to be mad about that? Yeah, I guess so. I really don't know what it means, but I'm assuming he was mad. So yeah, Teemo has no mushrooms anywhere. I was wondering what that was, but it's not a mushroom, it's a wart. And he really should have mushrooms everywhere, because, well, he's Teemo. Come on. Teemo is supposed to ward up the entire map. And that's also, if you're relying on your mushrooms for damage, then you can't use them for just scouting. You have to do something with them. And oh, we're going to maybe... No! Teemo did not have a flash up? What? He ran all the way in the back of the cove I'm assuming to have his flash available to jump over this wall. But then he gets ulted right here, and he could just flash over this wall, and he didn't do it. So I don't really understand that. Maybe it wasn't up yet. I can't see it here, obviously. In spectator mode I would have been able to see it. I would have been able to call him a moron. But now I cannot do that. Anyway, yeah, that's a good thing that Sivir actually took that red buff, because otherwise that would have been given away to the enemy team, which is no good. And we are going to just push a few lanes, but stay together, and that is the main thing here. Stay together as a group and just, well, get it done. No, he's over here. Oh, come on, you saw that. Noobzilla Firefox did not see that. Oh, what was that, man? Fail flash there, but it still got the ultimate across. The ultimate did land, and the second ultimate from Orianna landed as well. They should be able to clean up the entire team, and maybe even with Malphite surviving, but Malphite needs to take care of business here. He can't walk out because they need his damage to clean this up, and now he needs to walk out. Oh, hang on, that wasn't Malphite. I thought Malphite was the one that was getting low, but apparently I was completely mistaken, and it was this guy, whoever that was. I think it was the Sivir then. Huh, completely saw the wrong health bar. Oh, yeah, come on, go for him. Oh, his Q can't reach. His Q has a very short reach, which is unfortunate because that would have been awesome. Picking up an additional Blitzcrank is always awesome. There you can see the Hurricane at work. It is obviously reasonably effective. It's not great, but it'll do. It'll do. And they should just walk out of this. The turret is going to be picked up the next time. But yeah, it's 2 versus 3, plus Teemo is very low. If Teemo gets grabbed by anything, he dies. So a slow stun, pop-up from Jarvan, anything really is good enough to kill Teemo at this point. And he does have a little bit of lifesteal. What's giving him lifesteal? Oh, this one. Duh. So yeah, I knew that. So yeah, he does have a little bit of lifesteal, but obviously lifesteal does not really help you as attack speed AP Teemo, because well, what are you gonna do? You're going to lifesteal with your 60 damage or so. I don't know how much he has. He has 124 actually. It's not bad. Does this add? Yeah, it adds 25. Okay. So yeah, lifestealing with a few percent is obviously not good enough to sustain you in any way if you don't build full AD. And that is why a lot of the low damage champions just ignore that altogether and just buy the health that, well, a health item or, well, the tanky items with armor, magic resist. Because if you do that, you get the same amount of health, but so you don't get any life steal, but you your life or your health bar goes, well, for longer. It can take more damage basically. Once again, the ultimate on 3 people, and ultimate follow up from Orianna only hit 1, and that is going to cost them. This is why we don't see Orianna a lot anymore in the pro scene. Oh my god, triple kill for both of the AD carries. Yeah, he is dead. Okay, yeah, it's not red, that's why. I was like, huh? But yeah, both of the AD carries getting that done. And of course the Orianna ultimate, it is very risky. So it's risky in that if you don't hit multiple people, or if you don't hit the Varus in this case, you're screwed. And you can see why it needs to be the Varus. 200 minions, 10 kills. And the 10 kills is kind of equal to the 8 and 9 and 8. But the 50 minions ahead of this guy, and even 70 minions ahead of this guy, puts him way over the top gold-wise. And that, of course, is what it's all about. 218 on silver as well, so she has a nice amount of gold. But it is Oriana with the kills. Oriana with 12 kills, but only 160 minions, and being 50 minions ahead. Having a 50 minion deficit is a really big deal. It's a lot of gold. Minions are worth 20 gold each, so 50 minions, that's 1,000 gold. And that is a big deal. So we are going to pick up the Baron, no problem. The enemies have no wards on this. The enemies really have no clue what's going on, it seems. And we are going to get this fight going. Oh, Teemo here in a fight to the death with Varus. Easily wins that because obviously between Teemo and Varus, yeah, Varus has no HP either, but Teemo does more burst damage. And if they could just protect that Varus, they would have easily won that fight. But Teemo doing a good job of just focusing that and getting the kill. So yeah, we are going man mode into this, no minions necessary. And obviously we're going to just continue on. There is no way they're going to stop this. So yeah, very nice ending to, well, pretty good game. There were a few mistakes made, but overall it was a pretty nice gameplay. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. If you have any games that are on the list that's about to follow, just send them to me at casualprogamer@hotmail.com. If you're wondering how to record or send replays, just go watch the video on my channel page, which is youtube.com/casualprogamer. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, that can be done as well. I'm there under Casual Pro Gamers with an S on the end because someone already took my Casual Pro Gamer tag and that was kind of lame. Anyway, hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time. GG!